yourteamsucks.club. Like us, share us, do whatever you need to do, but keep our page growing. We appreciate all the support. We're going to talk about quarterbacks. It's the off season. This is one of the most intriguing off seasons for quarterbacks that I can ever remember. And so, Jordan, kind of brief us on what's going on in the league. And I know you want to kind of get our take on who's going to end up where.
Well, I mean, it's a really interesting year for quarterbacks. We got the quarterback carousel. We basically have the Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, that whole class there, Phillip Rivers, they're all going to be in different places. For years, everybody's been saying there's not enough quarterbacks, and all of a sudden it seems like there's a lot of quarterback talent out there, and there's enough to go around to these teams. I mean, looks like the Saints were 3 deep last year, and they've got 3 free agents. So I figured we'd just go down the list, and we can talk about where you think they would end up and best fits, different quarterbacks for the available options. All right, Cam Newton.
Huh.
I think he stays where he's at. I think he stays where he's at.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he's going to stay where he's at. I kind of agree with Bobby. He's not that good anymore. He's kind of washed up in my opinion. But I do see him just staying where he's at.
He doesn't run like
Carolina.
Never get the throw.
I don't know. I can kind of see maybe the Chargers taking a chance on him, or my next one, Teddy Bridgewater, one of the two of them, maybe both to see who kind of takes off there.
I like Bridgewater.
I like him out of Carolina. I think they're going to try to make a completely fresh start. So where do you guys like Teddy Bridgewater to go? Pretty sure he's not staying a backup in New Orleans.
No, he go to Carolina or somewhere good. He's going to be. He was decent with Minnesota before he got hurt.
I heard rumors of him going to Tampa Bay to making a big fight against Wilson over there.
Winston, yeah, that would be really interesting. That would be really interesting. I'd like to see him there. I'd like to see him on the Chargers. I don't really see him going to Carolina. I think they're going to start over with kind of a rookie. They're going to let Kyle Allen compete against somebody they draft. They have a high enough draft pick to where you can see them going after maybe a Hubert or an Easton or a Jordan Love to compete against him. What do you guys think about Dak Prescott?
He's going nowhere.
Be a
He'll be
Cowboy.
right there. He's staying right there.
Stay in Dallas.
Of course.
There's nowhere for him to go.
He's going to the couch because he's going to get franchised. He's going to refuse to play, and he's going to sit out most of the season.
Why?
And the Cowboys are going to realize they can go 8-8 without him.
I think he plays and he stays. It's my opinion.
I think he definitely stays. Jerry's not going to let him walk away, and they'll pay him. I think he'll stay, and I think they'll get a deal done because I think he's a good kid. And
There's no better option now. What's the better option for Dallas out there? Brady? I mean, come on. What's the better option? There's no better option.
There's a lot of
Imagine
options
that.
out there.
Imagine Tom Brady as a Dallas Cowboy. Wow.
That would be fun, huh?
I can't.
Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, any of those guys at 20 to 30 million instead of Dak Prescott at 40. I mean, give me Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota, and Josh Norman in my secondary and let the two of them compete for it for the price of Dak Prescott.
Dak will take 34, 35 mil. They'll get signed. He'll play. He's not going to be unreasonable because the kid really loves football and he wants to win. And he's a good guy. And I think that he'll sacrifice a bit of his contract so they can get some more players and they can win. He's that kind of guy. He's not going to be, greedy to the point where it's going to hurt the team. He's going to, I think, take a decent deal, and he'll be a Cowboy, and he'll be in training camp.
All right, Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston. I'll kind of group them together because they were drafted together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Winston belongs on the bench. The guy has as many touchdowns as he did interceptions.
He's the
Unless
only
there's a coach, maybe a coach that can control this guy. I don't know if there is any.
Winston is the only quarterback in the history of the NFL that already threw 5 interceptions in the offseason, right? So I don't think Winston is I think he's a backup quarterback somewhere, and it's not going to be in Tampa. It could be somewhere where he'll have a chance to compete, like Indy, maybe Indianapolis, something like that, maybe. But I don't see him.
I like him as a bridge quarterback. I like him and Mariota both as bridge quarterback. So you see somebody like the Bengals or Carolina, to sign them up for fairly cheap or a 1 or 2 year deal. You draft either Burrow or Hubert or Tua, and you don't throw them in right away. Kind of the same way Fitzpatrick was going to be for Miami for whoever they draft.
That's what they're going
Burrow's
to draft
going
two.
one.
Yeah, but Winston's much younger than Fitzpatrick, right?
Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
So
What do you think
Fitzpatrick
about
is definitely
Philip
a
Rivers?
transition kind of thing.
Rivers?
So if Rivers better go to a winner. Better go to a winner, as he's going to be known as a loser. He better go to a good team.
He's another
still
one that's
Melvin.
done to me.
Melvin
Yeah, I do
Gordon,
too. I think he's done too. Unless he
Melvin
goes to a good
Gordon,
team.
Melvin Gordon in an interview said that he thought Philip Rivers was going to end up with the Colts. Same system. There's a lot of coaches from there, and he wouldn't have to learn the playbook. He could walk right in and play immediately. So I think he'll end up, if he plays, I think he'll end up being a Colt because he's a plug and play. He doesn't have to learn a new system. They run the same exact system. He plugs and plays, and they'll be better with him than I think they were last year.
What do you think about Tom Brady?
Staying where he is. No.
That is the multi-million-dollar question, right?
He ain't going to go. Well, you think he's going to go to a 6-10 team? No, he can't.
I could see him going to Tennessee, especially
Well,
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah,
great
because
fit for him there.
it is. Okay, that I can see.
Oakland and Vegas.
Now, once again, the running back of the team, they asked Derrick Henry, would you like to have Tom Brady on the team? And he basically said, what's wrong with Ryan Tannehill? And then he spouted off Ryan Tannehill's record as a starter last year, and it was impressive. And so it's very risky to do that because you got a younger guy who Tannehill in many ways outplayed Brady last year, right?
100%.
I think right now Tannehill is a better quarterback than Brady.
Yeah, it's too risky.
Tannehill definitely won that starting job, and I don't like what it does to the locker room when a guy steps in, wins a starting job, and then you don't pay him and go out and get a vet with 1 year left.
I don't think Brady's going there.
2 years.
I mean, I think he's got to go to a team, maybe the Colts, right, that have a chance to win right now and go to the Super Bowl. And if you look at all the contenders, I don't know exactly who that would be because, I mean,
Cowboys, Chargers, Colts.
yeah, but
Tennessee,
are those teams all
Tennessee.
Tom Brady away, an 85-year-old Tom Brady away from winning the Super Bowl?
No. Tom Brady is whoever takes Tom Brady is making a mistake this year. He's gonna. That's why he stays in New England because to take him right now is a big mistake.
New England has to re-up their team and get it stronger and let him come back.
I think Bobby's right. I think he stays in New England. I think I just talked myself into that. Are you guys talking
so
into it?
too.
Oh, it'll be
And I think
sexy.
he can
It'll be sexy
retool.
to see him go somewhere, but it's just not happening.
What do you guys think Miami's going to do at quarterback? We haven't talked about them at all.
Well, I think Fitzpatrick will be the quarterback next
Yeah,
year. You mean who are they going to pick?
Right.
The guy from Alabama, which they shouldn't, but they're going to pick him.
Yeah,
Tua?
I agree. They're taking Tua.
Yeah, they're going to pick him.
I think they might take the Hebert kid, but it's probably going to be Tua. Which I don't know. That's a devastating injury, and to come back from that's going to be quite a bit. I don't know. Very interesting.
I like Jake Fromm a lot too from Georgia. I don't think he goes in the first round. If he does, he goes at the bottom of the first round. I think he's a big kid with a big arm, and I could see New England possibly trying to move up and take him at the bottom of the second or something to be the heir apparent to Brady, because I think after this scare, even if Brady does return, they're drafting a quarterback. I mean, Belichick's not going to play this game again. So, and I like it to be Jake Fromm.
Maybe Tom Brady would go to the Niners.
People have talked about that, actually. Unseating Jimmy G, winning Super Bowl there.
Interesting thing. Does Tom Brady win that Super Bowl if he's the quarterback of that team?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't know.
Maybe the Tom Brady of 10 years ago or 7 years ago, but no, not now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I
Now,
thought
he
it would
didn't
be.
go down and drive against the Titans in the playoffs, did he? His defense kept him in that, and he never won the game.
Yeah, you're right. He never did it. He never could do it.
And we were all waiting for it, too. I was so sure it was coming.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Remember, the Dolphins beat Tom Brady in Week 17 in their own
changed everything.
park.
Changed everything.
Changed
That
everything.
game was
Exactly.
awesome.
That changed a lot.
Yeah,
Made me so happy.
that was Dolphin fan Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was.
It was. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we're gonna on that note, we're gonna close it out, and we will see y'all next time.